Welcome to another St. Luke's cookery clip. Today I thought it'd be nice if you made a chocolate cake. For the ingredients you will need, coming over this way, 150 millilitres of sunflower oil, 175 grams of self-raising flour, 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder, 1 teaspoon of bicarb soda, 2 tablespoons of golden syrup, 2 large eggs, preferably free range, 150 millilitres of semi-skimmed milk. For the icing, what you'll need is 100 grams of unsalted butter, 225 grams of icing sugar, 40 grams of cocoa powder, and about 2.5 tablespoons of milk. I've got my oven preheated at 160 fan. I have got 2 tins ready. I've oiled them. I've got some greaseproof paper lined in the bottom. So then I'm ready to get my drying ingredients together. So I'm going to put my flour in. I'm going to sieve my flour in. And I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder in as well. 1, 2, and 1 teaspoon of bicarb soda. And I'm just going to sieve that in, catching any potential lumps in there. Any bits like this, I can just use the back of a spoon, and that's all out. Lovely. And then I can add my sugar, give that a little mix up, and that's all of my dry ingredients combined. We've made a well in the bottom of your dry ingredients to then put all of your wet ingredients in. So that was the milk, in that goes, 2 eggs, and oil, and 2 tablespoons of golden syrup. Let that fall in. In a minute we'll be using an electric whisk. When you do use your whisk, make sure that if you do have an adult with you, that they are watching to make sure that everything is done safely. And that please don't be tempted to put your tongue anywhere near the blades, especially when it's on at the plug, just in case you happen to flick it on and then your tongue will get caught up in the blades. Not very good at all. So we've got all of our wet ingredients now in with our dry ingredients. Now what I would do here is just give it a little bit of a sort of stir around with the blades like this, because otherwise what can happen is you can put your blades in and then it all just goes everywhere. We're just giving it a little bit of a stir like that, and then we're going to turn on the electric whisk like this. And just give it a little bit of a whisk up so it's all combined. You've got no dry lumps in the bottom. There you go. Remember, turn the blades off, turn off the whisk with the blades still low in your bowl, okay? Otherwise you will have a very mucky kitchen. And then pour your mixture evenly into both of your cake tins. So I'm now going to put my cake mixture in my oven for about 20 to 25 minutes until they're nice and firm, and I can insert a knife into the cake mixture and it comes out clean. just got the cakes out of the oven, and you just want them to be sort of spongy. So it's just a little bit spongy, and that is perfect. And we're going to leave them in the cake tins for about 10 minutes. So while the cakes are cooling, I'm going to get my icing sugar ready. So I've got 100 grams of butter in there, and I'm just going to soften it a bit. And then in a minute, I'm going to sieve in the icing sugar and the cocoa butter. So I'm just going to sort of mix that up a little bit first. There we go. So my butter's all sort of nice and fluffy now. So now it's ready for me to put my icing sugar and cocoa powder in. So I've got my sieve ready. Flour and cocoa butter. I mean, not flour, sorry, icing sugar, cocoa butter in. And give it a little tap like so. Nice and carefully, otherwise you can have a icing sugar storm in your kitchen. There we go. Make sure there's no lumps. There we go. All gone. And then I'm going to put in a couple of tablespoons of milk. And then mix that in nice and gradually to make my butter icing. So I've mixed my butter icing, and then I'm going to layer one thin layer inside of my cake and then the rest on the outside. So I've just popped the icing around the cake and put some fun decorations on top. You can do whatever you like with yours, just to have fun with your cake basically, and enjoy. Bye!